Hello and welcome back to Mario Kart Wii. In the last episode, we played through the Special Cup on 50cc, and in this episode, we're going to be playing through the Shell Cup on 50cc, and we are going to be using Baby Daisy, just because I feel like I don't know why, and we're going to be using the Mini Beast, with manual transmission of course, and we're going to be setting up our first of the Retro Cups, which is Shell Cup, featuring Peach Beach from the GameCube, Yoshi Falls from the DS, Ghost Valley 2 from the SNES, and Mario Racer from the Nintendo 64. Let's do it. That was me smacking the microphone with a classic controller. The rule will implement going forward, because I don't really have a, unlike in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the characters aren't exactly set up in a very streamlined order. Like in Mario Kart 8, when I did my videos on that game, I knew what order I wanted to do it in, because the order is very clear. It's you know, Mario's at the top, and then you go Luigi, Peach, Daisy, and all that. So it kind of makes sense to go in that order. But here, rather than classifying it by that, they classify it by weight. So all the lightweight characters at the top, middleweight are in the middle, and then heavyweight take the bottom slots. So I don't really want to do that, just because then we'd be sticking with the same kind of class of character throughout the whole thing. So instead, I'm just going to go with, I think the general rule of thumb will be, whoever we unlock, if we unlock anybody, will be the person we play as. That's what I was trying to say in the next episode. Anyway. So, this is Peach Beach, which is one of, I was gonna say one of my favorites. What do you want of my favorites? I definitely really, water. I don't like water. Hi, bye. Thanks, nice knowing you. Can we time this correctly? The answer is no, but at least the power block knocks over those guys, and the bananas that the banana I dropped, or whatever, the thing I dropped. That was interesting. Peach tried to hit me with a red shell and ended up striking the thing, which then led to her driving into the thing, which then sent her catapulting into the sky. Brilliant. That's a bomb! I took my hand off the controller to scratch my head for a second, and that led to me getting blown up by the bomb. But it was fine, because it turns out that put Mario in first place and allowed him to get hit by the blue shell anyway, so totally fine by my book. And I don't feel confident enough to take that left path again, just because I feel, well, okay, now I probably should have, because now the shoreline is retracted, but, okay, power block, come on. Nope, still nothing. I like the beach atmosphere of this one, so I like it for that, just because, you know, as I mentioned previously, I like that was my bad. Okay, the beach aesthetic is very appealing to me. Don't screw me over, thank you very much. So it's definitely a very pretty course to look at. So there's not much to it beyond the town and the beach itself, but that's enough. Boo. You stay right back there, buddy. You are not winning this. And to ensure that doesn't happen, I'm gonna put a fake item box right there. Nope. Okay, wow. Whew, that was a close one. That was far too close for comfort, friends. Yeah, I barely even talked about the course at all. It is mainly just the beach, but that's enough to me. That's enough, just because the beach itself is a lot of fun to drive across. Definitely, I don't know if I call it one of my favorites, but I definitely do like it a lot. Anyway, next race. So Yoshi Falls, also that was a good boost. Yoshi Falls is a bit of a weird one for me, because I like the aesthetic of, you know, going across a waterfall area, like driving around a massive waterfall in the center. I like the aesthetic of that, but the course itself is just one big circle, and there isn't much to it. Like it feels like you're driving on a track here rather than driving through a waterfall or anything. And remember, one of the things I mentioned previously is that I like courses that make you feel like you're not driving a track, that you're like driving through a track, that make you feel like you're going on an adventure to explore someplace new. And Peach Beach I could Peaches you could argue either way, because it is kind of a very safe track design, but it does take you from the town to the beach and then back up a little alleyway taking you back to the town. So it's got that going for that. Plus you can see I think it looks like the cruise ship from Wii Sports Resort that they have going on in the background. Wasn't that called the Queen Peach or something like that? Oh, here comes my Mr. Spiny Shell. How you doing? Anyway, so as far as this course goes, from a purely from a purely aesthetic perspective, it's very pretty to look at. But as far as track design goes, it's definitely not one of my favorites, because it feels very like you don't think, well, this is a cool adventure. You think, okay, this is a track. Also, it's really short. Like, we barely even begun, and we're only a minute and a half into it, and we're already on the 3rd lap. So, like, you know, let's take this route. Let's take I don't know if we probably don't have enough speed to make over this, but we're gonna try. Okay, we still made it over. I know that if you try to make it across the other waterfalls sections without a mushroom, you will fall, but I think that one, because it's flat, you can actually go across relatively consequence-free, so that's fun. Anyway, that's Yoshi Falls for you. Yeah, so track-wise, not that great. Aesthetic-wise, it's fine, so what did classify? How did Baby Daisy just get across that waterfall scot-free? I call cheats. I call hacks. Anyway, yeah, so definitely I wouldn't put it up there with one of my favorites. Anyway, next race. And then this track, I definitely would not put up there with one of my favorites, because nothing against the SNES version of Mario Kart, nothing at all. But because of the way that game was designed, the tracks themselves can't have a whole lot of intricacy to them, like at all. So basically, it just amounts to, like, you can see the track. I don't even know how to describe it. You can see the track layout from a. I think it was 2 screens, I'm pretty sure. One screen showed you basically what you can see on the right-hand side of the screen now. And then the other side showed you your perspective of racing. But because it was on the SNES, it couldn't render much except the track itself and you. And it was, I guess the closest thing I can think of is, what was that called? What was that arcade game called? The Prepare to Qualify. What was that called? Why is that name escaping me right now? That's what it reminds me of, that kind of style. So when they made this, when they ported it over, they had to think of, like, they had to actually create this environment, because this environment didn't exist on the SNES version. They had to invent this for the Wii. So for that, I guess it's cool that they were able to make this off of basically nothing. But it just doesn't have a whole lot going on to it. It's basically like if you take out the environment around it, it's just a wooden plank that you're driving around, and there isn't much to it beyond that. And yeah, sure, you see boosts flying around and everything, but they can't interact with you. They just exist. They don't act. They're not active objects. They're just objects. So yeah, wouldn't put it up there as one of my favorites. Anyway, final race. Oh, that was okay, that's a new category of bad. That's, like, pitiful. And yet somehow I'm still not in last place. That was, I just hit the button at the wrong time, as in I hit it to, oh, golden mushroom. Well, at least we have a little bit of variety now, instead of just getting shells and bananas all over again. I get to show you all, oh, of course you get me stuck in the grass. That's what I get for getting greedy. Okay, go, Baby Daisy. Go, Baby Daisy. Go, Baby Daisy. Go, Baby Daisy. Thank you very much. Okay, that was rough. That was rough around the edges. Yeah, so very, very poor start. But I'm sure we'll make it better. But what I'm trying to say is this is actually one of my favorite course tracks in the entire game. And you might think to yourself, why? It has Raceway in the title. Oh god, wouldn't it remind you very much of a actually going on a track? You'd think, right? but it doesn't. It just feels like we're having a nice, oh god, having a nice Sunday stroll. We're going around hills and cliffs and stuff like that. So it feels like we're just driving through a very grassy territory. It doesn't feel like a circuit. It feels like, you know, it feels like one of those adventures. It's not quite as adventurous as maybe going down a snowy mountain or driving through a mall or something like that. But it's still got a lot going on, and it feels, this world feels alive. It feels like this is a nice place to have a stroll. You know, just taking a nice drive around the hill. This is probably my favorite part here, when you're driving along the side of the hill and get hit by the banana. Don't worry, you're gonna. Well, I was gonna wait to throw that until you passed me, but you know, you just ran into it anyway. So that's also perfectly viable. Peach, get out of my way. Thank you very much. Don't you try to take the inside on me. I'm gonna hold it. No, yeah. Try drafting me. See what happens? That's what happens when you draft me. Of course, then that leads me to go off road, and that just leads me to get screwed over even further. Okay, let's not finish fourth. That's a great idea. Let's get ahead of all of you, like so. One banana for you, and when I catch up to you, Peach, you're gonna get a banana too. Or I'm gonna knock you out of the way. Okay, well, if you try to pass me, you're gonna get bananaed. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, you did it. That's fine. Fine. That's fine. Totally fine. Okay, who gets a banana? You get the banana. That's cool. I would have liked to get an item there so that I could actually use it against Mario, but it turns out that banana screwed over anyway, so no worries there. And now we're back in the lead. But this is probably the smallest lead we've had. That will definitely all video, but also probably out of the entire series. Yeah. So overall, the Shell Cup is, I mean. So the first cup, the first track, Peach Beach, I really like, and then I love this one. But the two in the middle is just meh for Yoshi Falls and for Ghost Valley too. So it's a shame because Mario Kart 8 Shell Cup is probably my favorite retro. Although that's tough. So many of the courses of Mario Kart 8 are so good. No, I would definitely say that the Shell Cup is my favorite retro cup. Star Cup is still my favorite cup overall, but as far as the retro tracks go, it's definitely my favorite. And Shell Cup is still, I think, my second favorite overall. So, you know, it's got that going for. Whereas here, it's got two really great tracks and then two mediocre to not so great tracks. So, I don't know. What you can do, I suppose. Anyway, next up, let's go to the award ceremony. You got first place, and still star rank. Alright, we're still kicking with the star rank, so I wonder how long it's going to take for that steam train to run out. And that's going to do it for this episode of Mario Kart Wii. So, thanks for watching, stay tuned for next time, and I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Mario Kart Wii. Goodbye!